Okay, so it's been a while. It's been so long, I don't even remember what a Pokemon is anymore.
Some digital monsters, right?
No. It's just been 3 houses and then various other delays. And so on and so forth. But anyway, now that we're back recording, it's the other route to Fuchsia City, which is one of my least favorite parts of the game.
Ah,
Maybe we can go back to being delayed, can we? Anyway, here's this poor girl. I remember when my Pokemon was alive and I used this move that means you love your Pokemon. Anyway, here it is. I'll never know happiness again.
it's like in a horror game when you get to like the school level, and all the notes are like, "I love my mom and being alive."
So this is environmental storytelling then.
Yes. Oh, he's sharing our food. Sharing his food.
What if your fisherman named Ned just threw his fish at you? You just go to a fishmonger and he's like, fuck off. Just slaps you with a Goldeen. Alright, a Poliwag. It's gotta be weird to reel one of those in.
Notorious fish. Frogs.
Yeah, just swimming around in the water. You just cast your line, get an orb with a spiral on it. I hope that doesn't happen to people in real life, because we've discussed these in the past. I think it would be pretty horrifying to just reel in a translucent orb.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's most Poliwags, apparently. It's just they're usually small and you don't see their undersides. But some Poliwags get pretty big.
Alright, so Route 12 is actually the first route we're going to be taking care of, and if you haven't guessed by now, it's a lot of fishermen. We're on the docks, here's Chip.
I just realized I wasn't saying tadpoles. I'm sorry.
Just real-life Poliwags. To be fair, that would also be kind of horrifying in real life.
Yeah. Slowly retract or extend your line. Put it back in the water.
Hey, Jim, I just discovered that Pokemon are real, actually, and I do not know what to do with this information. Alright, and Spearmint levels up from eating another fish. At the moment, Goldeen aren't so bad.
Oh, hey, it's Chip.
Chip Cheesem,
Yeah.
the LPer, also fisherman.
If there's a grant on this route, I'm gonna lose my mind.
The fishing pool versus the Pokemon kid. Hank is actually arrested. Wait, Hank! Oh no! I can't believe Hank is real and not a Chog anymore.
Well, you see, this fisherman always fishes with his left hand. Because you see, he's actually right-handed, but his punishment... Why do I remember so much of the fucking Hank the Chog backstory? I watched that video many times, but I've not seen it in years!
It sticks with you, I guess. You might be the second best lore person about Hank the Chog. Second only to Chip himself. Okay, Elliot, there.
Alright, thank
Someone
God.
different.
I don't think we can link Elliot. Take that, clam.
You will blep no more. So Eevee Mama is like my highest level Pokemon here. Which is good, because it means water types are easy, but also kind of bad, because I need to level everyone else up. The temptation to just steamroll everyone with Eevee Mame is strong. But I guess Spearmint is just weirdly powerful. Aerial Ace is a good move, but I didn't think it was this good. Then again, 10 levels over these guys.
It's not easy being Elliot. It's okay, I'm used to it.
Oh, thank goodness, somebody who isn't a fisherman. Please don't even have water types, I just want something completely new. Oh, we're about to ruin this man's day. Alright, well, Jen and Jess. I'm sorry, your gimmick, it's nothing. Surprise. Now,
It's
granted,
you, but stronger!
I can't just steamroll these guys with Magnitude, because Magnitude will actually affect Gateau, and Gateau is kinda weak to that. And also underground, so she would super die. But Rollout's just as effective, if a little bit risky, for poisoning my rock. Alright, and Candy, with nothing left to lose, takes out Nidoran, unsurprisingly. I do not like the EXP values for double battles. They're always so low.
Not to mention you're fighting meteorites.
Hey Jess, fuck you, it's your fault we lost.
Now I'll never marry you and I'll die a spinster!
So, with that tragedy out of the way, it's time to wake up another Snorlax. So, we've already caught one of these, so we don't need to catch another.
I wish there were ROMs of this game that were like completely normal except they changed the song that the Pokeflute played. So it's just like, Hotaru played the Pokeflute. X gonna give it to you. On your own. X gonna give it to you.
So yeah, that's what happens if you kick Snorlax off the pier. They just return to the mountains. And of course you can use the item finder once again and get more leftovers.
Time to get this drool-covered meal the Snorlax was eating.
And by drool-covered meal, I think you mean an apple. A completely devoured apple. Enjoy, Gateau.
Enjoy the core of this apple.
Alright, so now that we're past the Snorlax, the route at least gets a little more interesting. And in addition, oh, I guess we do like to fish, and because we said yes, this fisherman's just like, have a fishing rod, it's the best one. But yeah, the top area of Route 12 is a little more boring and everything's a little underleveled, because you can go there a little earlier. This area, however, you can't access until now, since you need the Pokeflute. And of course, that refers to the thing the guy was just talking about. He'll record Magikarp sizes, but eh. So, at the very least, I will show off some other stuff we can catch in the water. Now, we're no longer limited to just Magikarp with Super Rod.
Hell yeah, horsey.
So yeah, Horsey's... This does kind of suck a little bit because Horsey is very low leveled, but thankfully I somehow didn't kill it in the wild, so I guess this guy has better defense than most of the Horseys that have been trained. And that's a Horsey. So yeah, the Pokemon you can catch from fishing do get a little bit samey overall. You're not going to find like a huge variety from route to route, but it is worthwhile checking around what you can fish out of ponds and oceans and whatnot, now that we have the Super Rod. This will probably be the only time you see it as well. Well, no, actually I'm wrong. There's definitely a point later on I'll be using it. Immediately remembered. Gotta use it for something I don't like. Alright, oh hi! It's Gyarados! Let's get out of here!
Quick, put it back, put it back!
This is just the episode to discuss all of the terrible things you could pull out of the water. I thought the tadpoles were bad, but then you just reel in a sea monster and it starts punching you somehow.
Just reel in a dragon.
It will not stop punching me, oh god. Thankfully, Thrash will eventually confuse the user when it uses it, I think it's 3 times always, right?
I think. It's either always 3 times or 3 to 5. Also, look at that health. If being confused is bad.
Yeah, so thankfully we caught it here, otherwise it would have punched itself, which would have been a great way to end this. Just reel in a sea monster, it beats the crap out of me, and then punches itself out and sinks back to the depths of the sea. Get it, Carp DM.
It's not even a carp.
It once was a Magikarp.
It's a dragon.
It never forgets its roots. I love this guy. I'm real good at electricity. Oh, Jesus.
Look how good I am with electricity. This is what people who are good with electricity do.
I have no trigger discipline when it comes to electricity. I don't feel like you see many rockers throughout this game. That is a fairly underused sprite, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't remember at all. So he's just running up and down these, like, piers with electricity arcing between 2 cables?
This man could kill a lot of fish in a single second. I don't think I trust him, honestly. I don't know what holding electricity or electric cables has to do with being a rocker either. You would think he'd have a guitar.
The good news is, whatever his power source, it's gotta run out quickly.
I sure could. I'm getting away from that guy. Ain't fucking with this. Oh yeah, here's a tree. Oh, I love HMs. Alright, Kibble, come on. I gotta use a slot on you.
Looks at Nita Queen. No.
I already had my Nidoran eat it. I'm sorry. Alright, now we can use Magnitude. And he can use Horn Attack on a rock type.
No, wait, you're on a pier. No!
Just the entire thing breaks apart.
Oh no, the rocker! He's gonna fall in!
Are you sure you haven't found a moonstone that you'd like to give me? Ah, see, now that's effective. You actually managed to damage Candy. Impressive. However, I can still cause earthquakes, so, you know, that's the way life goes sometimes. No, you would have gotten dropped just as hard. Nidorans do not lose their weakness to ground type, even though they're part ground type. What is catching? Just like the concept of catching, I don't get it. This Magikarp just flew into my face and I decided I'd use it.
I should have expected this.
Alright, you took out one Magikarp, but can you take out two Oh no. Oh,
Time to avenge my brother, oh no!
Good job, Andrew. Yeah, you did, buddy. These guys suck. I don't know why I challenged you to a fight. Like, I knew I wasn't gonna win with only Magikarp. Alright, so what can we find in the grass? We can find a Gloom. Alright, so Gloom, of course, is mid-evolution, so if you have a Leaf Stone, not Sunstone. Sunstone is for... I don't even remember. I always forget Sunstone evolutions.
I think it's Blossom.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Oh yeah, and of course, Gloom can only be caught in FireRed. In Leaf Green, you would find a Weepinbell instead.
And in Let's Go in this area, you find Farfetch'd.
Farfetch'd is just hanging out down here. Got nowhere else to go. It's a good leek growing spot. I was really running out of names by this point. I think Rafflesia's technically edible. Should you? No.
I mean, if you're full of bad ideas, yeah.
There's a lot of things that are technically edible, just, you know, not... You shouldn't eat them. Well, I mean... Can't eat does technically prevent it from being edible, but nonetheless... Okay, to make this name make sense, imagine a theoretical person who could eat a Rafflesia.
Rafflesia, edible, but only once.
Anyway, here's Venonat. I don't even fucking remember what I'm gonna name this guy. What do I name the gnats? It's a gnat. Look at him.
3 foot tall gnat. Get away from me.
That shoots lasers from its eyes.
I do like Venonat, but unfortunately it is a bug type.
Yep. Anyway, you can get Lyme disease, so it's Lyme, whatever. Fuck, I don't know.
Lime. It's Lime time.
Okay. I found an item. Prepare to get your ass kicked. I found precisely 1 Carbos. You cannot defeat my Goldeen now.
I don't even know what Carbos is.
I think that's the speed one, in which case that didn't help.
Oh no. That was Satan's Goldeen. So I always forget that red part of Poliwag is its mouth. Yeah, it's like a button nose, but no, it's a mouth, and in the 3D models it's clearly a mouth, and it's awful.
I only messed up once. Every other part of my plan was flawless. Oh, and she even tells you. Well, thank you for the tutorial on precisely 1 type of vitamin. Good day.
My bird Pokemon, what about— Hey, get back here! Oh, it flew off. I like how even the bird has anime hair. It's X8's hair.
This bird, no.
It's Kamen Rider X8's hair.
Aw, man, my birding grip told me to defeat you, but guess it didn't work in the end. Heck. It really is an anime protagonist.
This bird of mine glows with an awesome power.
Oh no, it got roll-outed. Don't worry, it was supposed to lose that one. It learned the importance of losing in this one situation where it was safe to lose. I love typing because, God, biting a rock is more effective than a lot of other things. Like shooting wind at it.
How about another?
I have many cats. It's just about all I have going for me. I have many cats and they all like biting rocks. You're finished.
Cats aren't even known for biting, they scratch. Now rats are known for biting.
You know what else they're known for? Being eaten by whatever bird spearmint is.
Certainly not a sparrow.
I mean, if I saw a sparrow that looked like that, I'd be a little freaked out. Aw, well, good luck, Susie. Maybe one day.
I see you're also a shonen protagonist.
It's just a whole lot of shonen protagonists.
I like how we keep saying that as if, like, Pokemon has nothing to do with shonen.
Oh, hi. Oddly enough, despite beauties being, I think, we might have seen some at the gym, but we haven't seen many beauties, but they just have a Rattata. Well, they got more than that, but you would think they would have something a little more impressive than a Rattata.
Yeah, I think in other games they have, like, rare Pokemon. Cute, rare Pokemon.
Yeah, they don't really have much of a gimmick here. Like, Rattata and Pikachu. We saw that with the Picnicker back there. Alright, you're sending out that Eevee. A Jolteon. It doesn't have type advantage at all. Oh, it can kick. Oh no.
No, I can kick twice even.
One kick I could take, but two? Two is just too much. Alright, take that, LOLA Lola. Play with us, Hotaru. Forever and ever. Alright, Sheila's got a Clefairy. Something to slightly differentiate herself from the other gal.
That's a beauty type Pokemon.
But of course, she just decides to use Follow Me, which, you know, is gonna attack her anyway, but Cute Charma is actually kind of, pretty dangerous, I would say, because being in love with Clefairy can just make you waste a turn. Didn't help her there, but, you know. And of course, since that's not like a tagged status effect, you can use that in conjunction with something else. Actually, can you have, like, multiple non-tagged status effects? Because, like, could you confuse and charm something?
I think so.
Hold on a sec, let me just replay Heart Gold and get to Whitney's gym. I fucking know what I'm doing. Respectable, if not the best idea. Oh, and I should mention that we are technically on a different route here. So that's one thing I don't like about this route is the fact that, like, the other one was cycling road, and that was kind of neat, if a little bit annoying to play, but this is just a very, very long set of routes. The trainers at this point are at least so-so in terms of variety, though. Oh, and Mirror Move. I'm not going to use Mirror Move super often, but, like, it is kind of Spearmint's thing. For a while, Mirror Move was completely exclusive to Spearow and its evolution. I feel like something else has gained the ability to use it since then.
Yeah. Also, why? Why can the bird do anything?
Oh, you know, birds always mimicking people's attacks. You know the phrase, 2 birds with 1 stone, but then one of the birds throws a rock back at you. It's a very good defensive tactic. Okay, so learn sets. Apparently Pidgey gets it down the line? Oh, that's an egg group. No, it says leveling up. I don't know how to read this.
I was gonna say, I also thought that the Pidgeys learned it.
Oh, did they? Huh.
I thought it was just a bird move for some reason.
Yeah, I remember, I thought it was a Spearow-specific thing, because, like, one of its Pokédex entries specifies that it knows Mirror Move, so I was like, ah, that must be exclusive.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's, like, iconic to Spearows. They're more likely to use it in the non-game media.
Yeah, that is weird. There are Pokemon-exclusive moves. Sometimes they're on weird Pokemon that you wouldn't expect to have exclusive moves. Typically, they belong to legendaries, which makes sense. I totally get why Dialga has a specific move to call its own with which to kick my ass.
I feel like there aren't enough situations where Mirror Move is super useful.
Yeah, it's a neat move, but, like, considering the way Pokemon... Ah, dang it. The problem with Rollout. But anyway, yeah, the way Pokemon as a game is made, so that typically you want to use moves.
Oh no!
Typically you want to use moves that, you know, are the same as your Pokemon's type, so reflecting that move back at the Pokemon usually isn't going to work very well. But anyway, yeah, this Pidgeotto is showing some potential problems with a rollout strategy, so I'm just gonna punch it. I'm gonna punch the bird.
You know, one of the few typings that Mirror Move would be super useful for would be Ghost types. But that they're not going to use Ghost type moves against you because everything that can learn it's also Normal type.
Alright, there's a PP up right there. I want to read that sign. Give me the sign. Over here? No? Okay. I have no clue what that sign is referring to, by the way. Kept checking by posts, but I didn't see anything, so... many question marks.
Maybe they got their left and right confused and was talking about that PP up you got.
That might be it, but I feel like that's obvious enough on its own. They didn't need a sign to mess up and then further confuse the player.
Maybe it's just a lie. Maybe they just put lies in this game.
Video games would never lie to me.
And here I was thinking Viva Pinata was unique for lying to the player
Nay.
about its mechanics. Even that was stolen from Pokemon.
So now rollout's going over well. Alright, just gotta take out one more Fearow, and that rollout will have been worth it. We're also back to full health, so thank you, leftovers. I'm just gonna nibble this apple while rolling around. Also, I do love the rollout animation. It just winds back further and further every time. It just feels so powerful by the time you get to the 5th use.
Pokemon fight with the speed increases by 5% every time rollout is used.
Yeah, nothing there. Nothing by that dude. Okay then. That is actually really helpful, and I did forget about that before this sign, so off-screen me thanks you for reminding me of that, because I do like having my items in order. And here's another shunted protagonist. Yeah, but yeah, later Pokemon games, of course, have a much easier and more obvious way of sorting your items automatically. It's really nice. Also fucked up that they just won't show you that piece of advice if you only take Cycling Way. If you go Cycling Way, you just don't know how to order your inventory unless you look in the instruction manual.
God, I love rollout.
It is just such a weirdly satisfying animation. I guess I'll fly home, me, the person. Alright, and here's a random punk. This is one of those weird routes where it's like, just very clearly a trainer gauntlet. It's not that interesting visually. I think the Route 12 section of things looks better as a pretty cool area.
Yeah, I wish this guy was just, like, doing donuts in this little area. It's like, help, help!
Just causing trouble here.
Can't slow down.
And then other trainers are just watching him in horror. Oh boy, 52 special attack. That's great. Alright, and that takes care of you. Maybe now YouTube will stop suggesting your garbage video in my feed. Alright, now Route 14. It looks the exact same as the other one, and is in fact a part of the previous routes. I guess it makes sense since this one's so long. You know, obviously it doesn't do much different visually. I think the route change is just there so the player feels like they're making progress.
Oh hey, someone's using a different bird.
He's a different bird.
I was getting Pidgeys and Spearows till the end of time.
Doduo is just neat. I don't think I've ever actually used one.
I really like Doduo's design. Man, it's a shame I can never restart my Let's Go profile or else I lose Miyu forever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would do a run where I put a Doduo in somehow.
And that's Carter. Well, thanks for the HM tutorial this late in the game. Much appreciated. If I hadn't figured it out by now, then this would be the explanation. I've heard Pokemon.
I like how you're talking about that as if that type of tutorial didn't come in handy in this exact video.
You're right, Mitch.
Oh, son of a Mitch. That sounds like a bird-brained idea, Mitch. We have 36 minutes left. Can I keep it up?
Oh my god, he's back.
Oh, he's got these bird Pokemon at his beck and call.
Oh man, not looking too good, but maybe he can make a comeback.
Could say the strategy's for the birds.
Already done a fear joke. Screw it, I'll do it twice.
We're
Oh
gonna
man.
have gonna have a row at us.
I'm gonna make him say, ow. Alright, take that, Beck. We're gonna make you cry like an anime fan on prom nights.
What the fuck? I always forget about that line existing. What the fuck were they thinking? It's not even like that funny as a take that. It's just weird.
It's so weird. It's funnier in that it is a dumb line than its actual merit as a joke.
Sometimes a joke is so devoid of hilarity that it loops back around to being funny.
The person who made that advertisement. You found that funny?
Oh, no,
goodness,
not at all.
If I hadn't mentioned that Three Houses was out, you would know by now.
Yeah, because everyone has seen that exact conversation. Also, is out. It's been out for a month at the time of this recording.
Yep. Fire Emblem Three Houses, in stores now. It's taking all of my willpower not to talk about that instead. Oh, jeez, you're being a little overdramatic. Char's not even here. Now there's some dedication. Oh, goodness. That's a lot of guys.
Already working overtime tonight.
Oh, boy. Oh, the second route to Fuchsia. You are not cycling road.
Ha. Ha. I was about to make that joke. And now there's that awkward period of time where we both go, are we going to risk a Donald Duck impression?
No.
Nah, better not.
I know I won't.
It's a good thing you took that duck out before you used Zeta Flare.
Okay, well, that guy had an odd amount of information, but whatever, I'll take it. I hate fighting, but screw it, you've been here for half an hour anyway, I might as well delay you further. Here's my Spearow that I found at level 29 because I hate fighting.
Alright, Firo, time to take off your weighted training beak.
Ugh.
It's just like a cover, it's not an actual beak.
Now I can't stop trying to imagine Firo without the beak, and I hate it. I mean, if you think about it, it does look kind of fake, doesn't it?
Yeah, the bottom part comes off a bit too much.
Well, I guess that's just the theory now. What's under that beak that's clearly fake? A real human mouth, I would say.
Oh, I was gonna guess like a cartoon mouth. Like an appropriate mouth, not some monstrosity. Benny knows what's under there.
I've seen the teeth and I hate them! Alright, so that, of course, is another double battle, so let's prepare for the double battle. Thank you once again to Bulbapedia, so that I know what these two children have, so that I don't get my butt kicked by two children. Alright, these kids have starters, so,
They're our competition.
guess I'm just gonna underground Shoryuken your Charmander and fry your turtle. Sorry, Squirtle. I like ya, but I like my own Squirtle more. You're nothing before me.
Something I don't think I realized when I first watched the anime as a kid is how, like, shitty Charmander's voice is.
I feel like I would still take it over the screaming. Oh wow, I just literally made a child cry. Okay, well, not sticking around for this.
I would love it if a text box popped up after that. Like, did I lose because of me? Yes, no. Because most people are probably just mashing A to get through the text boxes.
Just get an automatic game over if you say yes. The game won't let you be that terrible. You say yes, you hurt that child's feelings, and then Buried Alive's like, dude, what the fuck? I'm the arbiter of game overs around here, and I gotta say, I'm giving you one.
I'm sorry, I'm picturing, like... God, not as like a Mr. Rossetti, but as some... Buried Alive is just some sort of like game referee. Like, oh hey, I see you found the Game Shark walkthrough walls cheat. Well, this part of the game doesn't exist, so you better turn around.
He's just always, like, in that disappointed dad, like, hands-on hips pose.
God, we already made the fucking G Gundam jokes. He was like, Pokemon battle? Cool! Rumble!
God, I'd compare Buried Alive to a dad, and now I'm just imagining going, are you winning, son? Also, nice attack.
Hey, Buried Alive, how was your day? Oh man, work was a killer.
God, maybe Buried Alive was just there as an outlet for dad jokes. But then Shigeru Miyamoto just broke into Game Freak's office and was like, no.
Just broken. What the hell is going on with this? You put a zombie in this game? Buried Alive, what kind of PC do you want me to get? Do they have any tombstones? Fuck off.
Alright, this man has had 2 coughings. Get something else. Okay, good, a Grimer. Alright, now time for 2 Grimers. I'm almost out of psychics.
Oh, it's a third coffee, actually.
Ah, you got me. You really had me going there. It's the one heck of a twist in this fight. It's turned everything around. Anyway, I'm gonna eat your coughing soul. Hope that's fine.
Oh, so you thought he'd have 2 Grimers. That might be a grave mistake.
Buried Alive, go away. Why does this game have a Clippy, except instead of telling you how the game works, it just tells you puns?
Oh my god, Clippy would whip ass if that's all he did.
Adaptable puns.
I see you're trying to write a letter. Here, let me help you with that. He just gives you a B.
A new story, huh? What a novel idea.
We did it. We found the one thing that would make Clippy even worse.
Make sure not to turn me off. If you do, the wizard will gain power. You might think not having an assistant will save you, but no. All you're doing is allowing him to work his dark deeds behind the scenes.
God, I'm just remembering that one, like... I think it was a stick fight animation. It's called, like, Animator versus Animation. Where a stickman is, like, fighting a mouse cursor.
Oh yeah, I think I
And at one point, Clippy shows up and is like, I see you're dueling your creation to the death. Would you like some help with that? And the guy clicks yes, and Clippy is like fucking badass in the fight, and it's great. He like starts recruiting the other icons on the desktop. Man, I remember when Flash animations were actually good and not just a joke.
Man, nowadays nobody has time to do Flash unless it's, you know, a paid job because nobody has free time. Economy sucks. I'm not disparaging people doing paid work, of course, but also it sucks that people don't have time to do anything. That's more what I'm trying to get at. Remember when people could just fuck around more readily? That was cool. What happened to my youth?
Anyways, time to just style on this Ditto.
Yeah, so I believe I could get Ditto from Route 12 or whatever, that one area that I showed off, but I think there's a couple more obtainable Pokemon here as well as the Pokemon you could obtain there, so I held off. Anyway, here's Ditto. Very useful for Pokemon breeding, but A, that's not going to happen for a while, and B, I'm not going to do that in this game anyway, so...
I really do feel like Pokemon like Ditto are the reason that fan-made Pokemon tabletop games exist. Because there are some Pokemon that just don't live up to the mechanics.
Yeah, Ditto's not, like, super useful in battle, I think. I'm guessing that somebody somewhere has done something cool with it. Like, you know, Pokemon's good game, so, like, at some point somebody's taken a really weird Pokemon and done something dumb with it. Like, I've seen Smeargle videos. Smeargle shouldn't be that good, but people make specific strategies.
I also really like Smeargle as a concept.
Yeah, this weird-ass painter Pokemon. Let me paint you a picture, it shouts as I just body slam it into an open grave. Alright, and once again I must use Kibble. So glad I can only have 5 of my 6 Pokemon slots dedicated to Pokemon I'll actually use in a fight because I needed to cut down that tree. And of course Becky has a Pikachu.
She calls it a Pikachu. It's just really obnoxious.
Alright, now that I'm down closer to the center of the earth, let me just munch this apple core. Like, the leftovers never run out, so I guess they're just sucking on the apple core?
Ugh.
Also, I love the Raichu sprite. I don't think I've mentioned it before, but just look at him.
Right, she's up to some shit.
This is just the face of a Pokemon planning something devious. It's a shame I took her out so soon. No, wrong, says Becky. Raichu is only pretending to be defeated. This is all part of her plan. She's not owned. Alright, so here's another tag battle. And I believe in this tag fight we've actually got a new sprites. That I believe is the Crush Girl or something like that. I like those trainers. Unfortunately for them, however, I am fully prepared to beat up some fighters. Now it's you being shoved in lockers.
I don't like that Hitmonchan is looking directly at me.
His eyes are kind of misaligned. One eye's looking directly up, but one is just dead center staring at the screen. Alright, and that takes care of that. Finally, the jocks have been defeated by a nerd and a bird, both well-known enemies of jocks. Oh, I hate being a fighter.
I want to sing.
What's cool and happening? Trading Pokemon, which is why I'm going to fight you.
You know what's cool and happening? Not saying cool and happening.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
Oh, so you're recording from the top of a random fucking building.
Yep. Oh hey, Cosmic Power. I love that animation. Not gonna help you that much though. I mean, the defense is nice, but really the cute charm is gonna be what does me in, if anything.
God, Eevee Mommy really wants to fuck these Clefairies, huh? Every Clefairy, he's just like, ah.
It started out with a kick. How did it end up like this?
It started out with a kick. How did it end up like thick?
It was only a kick. Oh, we got Rain Dance. That causes rain to happen in a battle, and that can power up water-type moves, and also weaken fire as well. All around, pretty good for a water-type.
And makes thunder hit every time.
Oh yeah, that too. Forgot about that one, but that one is super useful. Because thunder is very painful, if a little inaccurate. Just takes away its only weakness. Alright, now another coughing. Alright, you're not going to fool me this time. I'm just going to assume that's going to be all but maybe one coughing. Oh geez, it's a wheezing. Which is really just sort of 2.5 coughings, so... Yes, it's still coughing.
Ah, you trying to predict the game is pretty funny. You could say it's left me wheezing.
Buried alive. Click the X button, go away.
Can somebody hack Pokemon Sun and Moon to replace the Rotom Dex with Buried Alive?
Repurpose jump scares for the menu.
Just every time you catch a Pokemon, there's a chance of a jump scare. Pidgeotos are known to carry executors 30. Ha!
The word boo is just interjected in random Pokédex entries. I love crime!
I'm almost surprised it didn't have a fucking hashtag on it. Hashtag Team Rocket rules.
It's a little too early for that. Oh shoot, what's the new team? I forget their name. They rule. They would use hashtags. Alright, so Marnie is the cool trainer who is great, and Team Yell. That's right.
Team Yell?
Yep.
I don't think I actually knew that.
They are just the fans of one trainer named Marnie. It is so great. Just an entire enemy group of jerks who are a little too excited about their favorite trainer.
Man, it's surprising how much of a turning point Team Skull is gonna be, huh?
I mean, you know, sometimes the crime groups are okay. Team Rocket works because, like, they're just sort of ordinary crime. And then you get to the other groups where it's like, I'm just gonna ruin the entire world. I'm gonna send us all directly to hell. Team Flare was almost good because, like, the grunts were great because they were just idiots who were very self-absorbed and really liked their terrible style.
It didn't really click until Team Skull, though.
Yeah. Because the leader of Team Skull's actually good and really fits in with the team quite well, unlike Lysander, who sucks.
Yeah, I'm glad you said the name, because I was going to say the Team Flare leader. It's fucked if I'm going to remember.
I want to blow up all the Pokemon with my laser cannon, but I'm very sad about it. Ah, hi Wigglytuff.
That's the sound she's making.
I often forget Wigglytuff exists, but there she is. It's a pretty great sprite, though.
I guess she wasn't so wiggly tough after all,
Buried
huh?
alive! How many times do I have to tell you this? Oh, well, I guess we're taking out this woman's bodyguards. That doesn't seem like a great idea. I don't know, maybe if you have Pokemon for protection, you shouldn't just get into random battles. I'm going to eat your Bulbasaur, I'm sorry. I'm contractually obligated.
She has a third Pokemon that she's not going to use in this fight. It's buried alive.
Wearing a Venusaur outfit.
I'm sorry for that fucking weird laugh, but God.
It's about my actual fucking survival. Aww. Wish I didn't fight that lady, but you know.
Okay, but now we've established that Pokemon waiting reader at home is just buried alive in a Venusaur costume.
I want treats.
Buried alive is just that fucking bagel vine, isn't it? what kind of treats do you want? The souls of the innocent. A bagel.
Alright, so Kendra's done. Thank you for that useful information, but I think the end is in sight. I think we're almost done fighting. Just like one, maybe two guys left. Another shonen protagonist. Why are the bird keepers the shonen protagonists?
Why are they all so intense?
You, when you drew near, my Dodrio, he sensed your presence. What are you?
I think it's just cold.
No, you have a very powerful aura.
Oh no, that's buried alive.
God damn it.
There's a zombie running around, fucking biting chunks out of trainers in the background.
Look at me, I've got a powerful aura. It's because of all my cleansing crystals.
Oh no, you're supposed to escalate. What kind of shonen protagonist are you?
I mean, he's using Tri-Attack. That's pretty impressive.
With only two heads, so presumably the third head is the bird keeper.
Alright, I just put some ice in my mouth. I'm gonna spit it out. Here we go. Tri-Attack, Patooey. Yes, I knew you would defeat me. This was destiny. Alright, check me out. I'm gonna whistle. Here I go.
Ah, see, it works. You just threw a Pokeball. Shut up. Come on, Candy, I believe in you. I believe in you slightly less.
I have also stopped believing in Candy. Eevee Mama, get him. Oh no.
Should it fight Candy or Eevee Mommy? This Pidgeotto's between a rock and a hard place, huh?
Buried alive, I'm going to hack you out of the game, I swear to God. UA's the real thing that cut out Buried Alive. Just could not stand him.
Hey, I like the game. Why is this fucking zombie following me around cracking shitty jokes?
I hate this zombie. Remove him.
Remove me? That seems pretty far-fetched.
You're going to Pokemon Tower.
I thought you were gonna say you're going to Pokemon jail.
Why are we at Pokemon Tower? I don't think you can get smokes here.
So all the interesting Pokemon he used, he ends on a Pidgey.
Alright, it's time to go back to basics. What do you mean the basics didn't work? Oh no! It's tragic.
You think that's tragic? Look at me!
What am I, chopped liver?
I'm not gonna have a consistent voice for Buried Alive. Just assume that all of my bad jokes come from him.
Alright, Yasmin, you are the third person. I was hoping my prediction of 1 or 2 people was correct, but it was not.
Oh no, Spearmint's in a bind.
Alright, come on, Buried Alive, that one wasn't even good.
What? No, all my jokes are good. Right? Come on.
Sorry, Buried Alive, it's just having an off day. It's okay. Just go home, take some time to think.
Alright, I'll go home. He just pulls out a shovel.
Oh, those Professor Oak's aides. Those wacky scientists. What do you got for us this time? 50 species, that's a lot, but it is kind of good to get it because he does give you the experience share. If you put the experience share in a Pokemon's inventory slots, any experience you earn in battle, that Pokemon will receive part of it without actually having to be in battle, as that man just said. Of course, it's nowhere near as good as... Oh, hi! That's a fancy bird. Of course, it's nowhere nearly as good as the experience share from later games, which is the best thing. Also, if I remember correctly, in Gen 1 that was actually Experience All, which was basically just the Pokemon who used that would actually give experience to like the rest of the party or something like that.
I don't remember how it worked in Gen 1.
But yeah, here it's just focused so that you give it to the Pokemon you want to train but can't really use for fights, and then there you go, it'll get more experience.
Mm-hmm. And then by Let's Go, they removed experience share, but in the opposite direction.
Yep. But enough about experience share because we're done. We are now at Fuchsia City, and this time we're staying here. So, next time on Pokemon FireRed, let's explore this city we've gone to twice.
We'll explore it in the Fuchsia.
Buried Alive, please. You gotta stop.
That's all I have.
Buried Alive, half the children aren't even gonna get these jokes. They're not good with wordplay. Actually, no, in fairness, wordplay is not that complicated. After all, it is the thing that the anime does a lot. So Buried Alive wrote the anime, clearly. Buried Alive wrote my favorite line, "I'll turn this frying pan into a drying pan."
Buried Alive absolutely wrote the Counterpea line. Unfortunate victim of puns that don't translate.
Yep.
The 4Kids dub actually has good writing when it can, but it's hamstringed a lot by the visuals.
Oh, whoops, these visuals were made for a different pun. Whoops. Buried Alive was very much against the Jelly Donut line, though.
Oh, absolutely.